Okay, we have a tornado warning.
We have all this lining up down to the south. We just need to get you out of that hook.
I'm a meteorologist, but this was my first tornado chase. My friend Alek's first time too, and it did not disappoint. We're watching a tornado form right behind us. It's crazy. But there was something we didn't expect. And then people are stopping in the road.
Yeah, it's a show out here.
It's not just scientists and professionals anymore. Tornado chasing has become a tourist attraction for thrill seekers. And the pros say that's making it more dangerous for everyone.
A lot of them don't really know what they're doing. Tornadoes are like chasing a wild animal.
We're out of here. So as we go after our first wild animal, we're tagging along with expert scientists to be as safe as possible.
Good, get out. We caught 2 hail-producing storms. We had radar data, we had surface data, we collected hailstones. Oh yeah.
Still, does that make us tornado tourists? And what if there's a silver lining to the growing popularity of tornado chasing? Well, either way, what mattered the most to me was something deeper than that. Helping a friend check something off of his bucket list after a life-changing diagnosis. What do you think, Alek?
I'm excited. Let's see some tornadoes.
Hey, I'm Chase, and this story is upon chasing what matters. Because the entire reason I'm going on a tornado chase now is because of my friend Alek. Tornado chasing is high on his bucket list. He calls it a bucket list. And a while back, he was diagnosed with stage 4 cancer in his liver, his lymph nodes, his spine, ribs. Thanks to surgery and some experimental treatments, he is still alive, but deeply aware of the fragility of life. So we decided to stop waiting for someday and make it today. Flying to Omaha, buying half the snack aisle, and hitting the road. And we have a driver. Day 1, left Omaha, driving west with one mission: witness a tornado safely, and avoid flying cows.
I gotta go, Julia, we got cows.
And despite what you've seen on TV or movies, tornado chasing mostly consists of just 5 things: driving, eating, waiting in the car, waiting outside the car, or waiting at a Walmart while eating.
A cookie. Like a big cookie.
Marshmallow cookie. And this video was not sponsored by Walmart, but apparently Walmart is the place that one goes most often while tornado chasing. Is that what you've learned?
Mm-hmm.
Things you don't think about.
Mm-hmm.
And this is where we are meeting up with the professional tornado chasers. These two These 2 blue trucks are DOWs. That stands for Doppler on Wheels. And it's exactly what you think. It's mobile Doppler radars. And then these 2 other vehicles over here, those are called mesonets. They're basically trucks that carry these things that they call pods. And a pod is this device that you basically want to get out in front of the storm, sort of like in the movie Twister.
Okay, that's good.
And you want to put it in the storm's path so that it can measure what's actually happening at the surface.
These weigh about 100 pounds.
This team is led by 2 expert atmospheric scientists, Josh Wurman and Karen Kosiba.
When we're in a mission, we're basically trying to jockey for position. Where are we going to set up our net? Because we want our net to be in the path of the storms, but the storms haven't even formed yet.
I first met them last year while reporting for NBC on their research around how bigger hailstones are making home insurance unaffordable. $10 to $15 billion every year. And we'll hear more from them later in this video, but I also want to introduce you to Jen Walton.
Do not make the northeast turn on 30.
You'll hear me on the phone with her a lot because she is the one helping us navigate to see the storms while staying safe. And this would not have been possible without Jen, so thank you. It is happening. We have wheels moving, Alek.
Yes, I'm
Time
excited.
to go find
Here
a
we go.
tornado.
PDS, Tornado Watch.
The Storm Prediction Center in Oklahoma issued a tornado watch. So as things started heating up, Jen warned us about one last thing, something you saw at the beginning of this video.
So you get to see like the entire, I call it the show. It's like people just start appearing.
See, tornado chasing has become a tourist attraction. Kind of like Disneyland, but dangerous. So maybe that's more like Jurassic Park?
Oh, there it is. There it is.
One adventure tourism company gives storm chasers an up-close and personal look at twisters.
That company was founded by Reed Timmer.
Probably the most famous tornado chaser. We just want you to see a crowd of people all around taking pictures.
Tornado enthusiasts know Reed's armored truck, the Dominator 3, which kind of looks like the Batmobile.
Intercepting a tornado is one of the most intense experiences of your life.
And because of his success, Reed's team has the resources to conduct research while they're out chasing, and that has real value. But it's not just Reed. Plenty of career chasers have fully outfitted and branded vehicles ready to live stream the action.
We got a tornado trying to drop now.
And then there are others who just fly to Tornado Alley, rent a car, and have no knowledge of storms whatsoever. I mean, at gas stations, we would hear people talking from Europe, from Asia, even New Zealand, who had flown here just to see a tornado.
Down on the ground. Oh my gosh.
And the thing is, even for professionals and scientists who know tornadoes, chasing can be deadly.
Among the 13 people killed in the Oklahoma twister were 3 men deeply involved in tornado research. ABC's Ginger Z reports on the storm chasers who knew the risks.
We have to have everything set up just right.
Tim Marshall is a veteran storm chaser.
Meteorologist Tim Marshall has been chasing and photographing tornadoes across the plains of Texas since 1980.
We met up with him in Nebraska, and he is a legend in the field, in part because he helped develop the enhanced Fujita scale for measuring a tornado's strength. And Tim was chasing that deadly tornado in Reno, Oklahoma.
Which happened in 2013. It was the biggest, baddest tornado I've been involved with, because that tornado did something I've never seen before. It went to the southeast, but then all of a sudden it hooked to the left, it accelerated, and it widened all simultaneously. So we were in the path and we had to get out of there. But that's scary when the tornado shifts 90 degrees. And it's like now many more chasers are out there, and a lot of them don't really know what they're doing. You know, you need to really know what you're doing, because tornadoes are like chasing a wild animal. And in order to chase a wild animal, you need to know something about it. You know, you need to know its behavior. If you don't, if you just go out and just say, I'm just going to hunt this wild animal, you could be putting yourself and others that you chase with in danger.
Alek and I saw exactly what he means. Tourists would just stop and start taking pictures, sometimes blocking the entire road, and there would be caravans of cars creating traffic on otherwise quiet country roads, and that amplifies the danger.
Should be coming right at us.
Because what if, like in Reno, the tornado shifts and you need to get out of the way, but there's a traffic jam?
Bro, this? Are you kidding me right now?
Storm chaser Tanner Charles was near us in Nebraska and worried about that too, posting, I might change hobbies. Both Oklahoma and Kansas have debated legislation to try to corral tornado tourism.
This comes after emergency crews in Blue Rapids said that storm chasers blocked roads, disrupting their services.
But the struggle is, how do you define a professional chaser versus just a tourist? And what about Alek and me? He's an engineer, I'm a meteorologist, I'm reporting on this as a journalist, but where do you draw that line? Okay, let's get back to the reason we are here to check a tornado off of Alek's bucket list.
This is our first unpaved road of the trip. You can hear my voice rattling. Okay, back to the music.
Just on day one, we drove more than 300 miles across Nebraska. By mid-afternoon, we were following the scientists to St. Library, where a storm was starting to show rotation. So the team stopped to fire up the mobile Doppler and start deploying the pods.
Okay, we have a tornado warning from this storm back here. So now we're gonna move and get into a safer position so that we can hopefully see it. The one back behind us, there's real rotation. So what if it happens the first storm?
The first storm.
The first storm.
That happens with every storm.
Moments later, people in St. Library see the tornado on the ground racing past their homes as Alek and I stopped just a few miles east.
We are safely out of the tornado's path. Definitely getting a lot of lightning. Wind has picked up. Just hoping to see it. Hi.
Okay, they're gonna send us north into the forest like you are not following any of us.
Okay.
So this is your south road.
Jen confirmed we were in a safe spot because just a couple miles away, the tornado had become a powerful EF3 and some storm chasers were directly in its path.
That is a strong tornado.
An angle from another storm chaser shows just how close some wanted to be, while people in nearby homes raced to take cover. Thankfully, no one had any serious injuries, only property damage, but we didn't know any of that was happening as we watched and waited until suddenly, look at it! The tornado just appeared on the horizon.
Are you rolling?
Uh-huh.
Holy
That's right.
It really is beautiful.
And just like that, the tornado roped out. But Alek and I could not have been more excited because some people spend months or even years trying to catch their first tornado. But remember what we predicted?
What if it happens the first storm?
The first storm.
The first storm. We saw
it.
First tornado.
It was gorgeous.
It really was. It was like surprisingly,
Strangely delicate.
I didn't expect it to be beautiful, but it was surprisingly beautiful. Okay, we're still in the storms.
And we had to navigate around traffic from other chasers while trying to follow the storms, hoping for another look because these storms kept cooking, forming new cells, lots of rotation, and thankfully Jen was tracking our location.
We just need to get you out of that new hook.
Yep, that's what we were.
Meantime, the team of scientists plotted where they wanted to position their equipment, and then, right on cue,
have a tornado warning.
We split off from the research team, headed south, out of the tornado's path, but then another part of the storm started rotating just north of us, and that quickly drew a crowd.
All right, Alek, we're watching a tornado form right behind us.
It's f***ing crazy. It's right there. It's like it's just reaching down, just ever so gently.
The rotation was there, and we were just out of its path, hoping to see a tornado touch down, especially since this area was just farmland. So we followed it for a while, stopping a couple times.
Also his shirt, we're in Kansas.
Yeah, whoops.
But as the day wore on, the atmosphere got a little too moist, and we wound up in what the pros call a car wash. So we called it a wrap. Still, I got to do something really special with a friend who means a lot to me because this moment is something I'll never forget.
What are you doing?
Checking up. Damn it.
So yeah, that made it all worthwhile. And on our drive back to Omaha, we had one last encounter, stopping for gas at the same place as Reed Timmer, that well-known tornado chaser, where the Dominator 3 drew quite a crowd. And regardless of how you feel about tornadoes as a tourist attraction, I think there's an important upside to all this: attention. See, weather forecasting and research has suffered extreme cuts under the Trump administration, well into the hundreds of millions of dollars. So maybe with more people witnessing and watching and talking about severe weather, maybe that drives more public support for important organizations like the National Science Foundation, which paid for a lot of this life-saving research.
It's a challenging time for science, and it's a challenging time for science funding. From our point of view, it's important and it's valuable to all of America, the science that we're doing. Severe weather affects all Americans, no matter what state you live in, whether you're in rural areas or city areas. And understanding severe weather better, which is what our National Science Foundation projects are doing, enables better predictions to get made in the future.
I mean, the hard thing sometimes with science and putting it, into perspective is there's a lot that goes into it. I mean, we don't just collect the data and have the answer tomorrow. So there's a lot that goes into getting the data, getting the information, and then getting it into these models, these forecast models, these predictions.
And what I hope we're doing by meeting people in the communities and people seeing the science that we're doing is connecting the abstract, oh, those scientists are doing something 1,000 miles away, with, hey, my farm was just hit by hail. To understand why was that farm hit by hail, how can we predict that better, how can we make houses better, engineer the roofs better so insurance costs are lower. Things that directly affect people. And from a distance it seems very abstract, but for people here who are getting hit by the severe weather, it's a very concrete concept.
And if you're still watching, you are probably someone who cares about weather and science. So make sure you reach out to your elected officials and let them know that you support funding research into weather and science. And while you're here, check out one of these videos because I bet you'll like those too.